Ladies and gents, welcome back to our NBA pod, the Out of Bounds podcast. Ian, how's it going?
Yeah, good, buddy. Merry Christmas. We had some big Christmas games. The NBA is back, and we're almost into a new year.
Yeah, look, great to have the NBA back. Great little distraction in a sense for some of us, and yeah, awesome teams, new balances of power shifting. Some old names have come back with a vengeance. We'll get into that, like KD and Kyrie and so forth. So and Steph Curry as well. So it's changing the dynamics of the leagues, and it'll be very fun, exciting, interesting season coming up, no doubt about it. But right off the bat, let's get started with Brooklyn. Man, I saw the opening game. I saw the first half
Yep.
of Brooklyn play, and I was convinced. I'm willing to put it out there right now. They're coming out of the East. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Said that they look the goods. I still say it's early days, but they do look pretty good. And it's sort of like a coming out party to say, KD's saying, mate, Giannis, you had your chance last year, but fuck you, you little shit. I'm here now.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. Um, KD's, I think KD's going for LeBron's throne. To be honest, when he went down in Toronto with that Achilles tendon, he was trying to catch LeBron and pass LeBron in a lot of ways, right? He was not ranked number two, and he's playing like he means business, man. Those two first games he's played, he's played real well. And Kyrie's played well throughout those two games as well, like high scorer across both those games as well. So those two, they've got a lot to prove. Big chips on their shoulders, big egos as well. So they're trying to prove a point.
Yeah. Well, and not just those two, they actually have a decent supporting cast.
Mm.
If you look at their depth, right? Dinwiddie's no sneeze. He's always been good. Karis LeVert as well. He's good behind there, and Joe Harris, and even DJ. He's good for rebounds. Not much else, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a deep team. Yeah, you're right. Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan, great centers, great shooters with Spencer Dinwiddie there, Joe Harris, defenders they've got as well. So I think this team's going to go all the way. I think they're going to be too much firepower, too much depth for Boston, Philly, Miami, and probably Giannis as well. So East is going to be pretty hot, man. It's going to be competitive out in the East this year. That top six it's real good, real good.
Yeah, it's sort of like they're not as stacked as the West, but still, it's getting a lot better than it has been. It's usually like a 2, 3, or 4 horse race, but then now you look at it, dang, it's going to be interesting. So a surprise overall is Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Atlanta's added some depth as well. So it's a nice little team. I think Trae Young gets a little bit of help, which is nice. And I think they might be around the 8th seed, but I wouldn't think they'll do much more damage than that.
Yeah, they've got a few outs as well, so they may do better. Like Rondo there teaching Trey some new tricks, and Clint Capella, who's still out.
Yeah. So while we're on the East, initial thoughts on Boston. Have you got a chance to watch them?
I reckon they're gonna. Yeah, I watched some of them. I reckon they're gonna struggle.
I'm personally high on the young guns. I think Jalen Brown's gonna take another step as well. He had a great game 2 against Milwaukee the other day. Tatum is ready to become that almost superstar or perennial all-star type player. I think Tristan Thompson's a good addition for them in terms of that center spot. They lose obviously something Gordon Hayward, but I think it's a nice young team still.
Yeah.
Two clear pieces for them to work with Marcus Smart helping them out as well.
Well, speaking of that, did you did you expect Gordon Hayward to go? Because personally, I felt like he didn't fit in the way that they were playing. And definitely the other guys will rise up and play a lot better for it. But yeah, KD and Kyrie are just too strong.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward, I think for Boston, one too many wing players. They needed more help up front, and they've got it with Tristan Thompson. I think releasing some of that salary cap pressure is a good idea as well, and they've also got Kemba Walker come back from injuries as well. So I think Celtics will still be up there in the top four in the East. I'm still high on the young players over there.
You think is Thompson still on his massive contract that he was when he had?
No, he's off that
No, he's
contract.
off now.
He just signed a 2-year, I think $19 million deal with Boston, so it's quite a team friendly deal.
Okay, that's. I was wondering how he got there. Is he still on that massive contract? Because I hadn't been following that.
Nah, he's on a very generous deal now, so
Okay.
and I think he'll be quite serviceable with that. But on to Philly. What do you think of the new team? I saw that Seth Curry's starting. I think that's good. Spreads the floor for them at starting at the point guard position. Obviously Ben Simmons is a big
Yep.
distributing sort of power point forward, we should say as well. So Seth's not just a point guard. Tobias Harris is still there as well. I think it's a nice starting lineup that they've got with Joel Embiid in there as well.
Is Seth just following his father-in-law around?
Yeah, that's right. It's good to be playing for your father-in-law, I suppose. Nice little duo there.
I think Seth increases the range, definitely, and that gives the guys something to play with. So I watched an interview they had with Doc because they were picking on his comments to say, what did you mean by it doesn't matter about Ben not shooting, right? And he explained that he doesn't want Ben's mentality when he goes out there that, I need to shoot this, X amount of shots this game because I've got to prove that I can shoot, right? Because then that puts him out of frame, out of mind, and he doesn't want to play like shit, right? Because that's not playing his game or what he's used to, comfortable with. Where if he lets the game come to him, and if he's open, shoot the three, or shoot the shot. But if there's a better shot out there, he'll find it.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. I have to say, I think Ben holds up his end of the bargain in the sense he's not a great shooter. We all know that. He's got things to work with there. But the guy that gets off the leash is Tobias Harris. That guy signed a max extension a year and a half ago. So he gets off light. I think he needs to step up this season as well. Or he might be a piece that they're looking to shift out if a team's willing to accept him. So I think.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. Like he was, it was a massive contract. Like when they signed him, I was like, well, they signed him. There goes, Jimmy B. Or maybe it was like the consolation because Jimmy B didn't want to sign.
Yep, that's right. He was the consolation, and I think he's a good player, right? He's like on that bubble of being an all-star, slightly overpaid, but I think he's a good player. He needs to, however, live up to that money that they've put forward to him and hold his end of the bargain. And I think, I think Philly's going to be a real force this year as well. We forgot to talk about Toronto. They're still formidable. So East is pretty tough. I have to say. Just quickly before we leave the East, Giannis and Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton combination. You think that's a Western Conference winning combination, or still not enough?
Still not enough.
Yep, I agree. I think Drew's a great player, underrated player, great two-way player. But I think just like I said, watching Kyrie and KD play with that depth that they've got, I think Giannis with some of his flaws that he's got in his game, particularly when he's gonna be up against three people at the rim when the playoffs happens. I think he'll still struggle, and I think Bucks will still struggle. They need a different piece. They need a different piece of that puzzle for them to get over the hump. But look, Giannis signed though, right? He's signed that deal, so he's got the Bucks have got their man. They've got 4 years to work with. So let's see how we go.
Yeah, the thing is, his brother's there as well, right?
Yeah. Brother gets a game because of him.
Yeah. I wonder how well they'll pay him. I think it's not as deep a team
Yep.
as Brooklyn.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. They've got players like George Hill there, and obviously Brook Lopez is still there as well. So they've got some good pieces, but I don't think it's enough to put them
Mm-hmm.
over the hump. Um, Speaking of signing big deals, right, with Giannis, I wanted to say that even though he signs this deal, if he's unhappy in 2 years' time, he could force a trade, right? Just like what James Harden's doing now. So with James Harden situation, I mean, he actually dropped 44 points. He's come back a little bit unfit, hasn't been in training camp. He's punching on with his teammates as well. Hasn't spoken to the general manager, so there's a lot of drama he's creating at the moment. But he still drops 44 points, so that's the beauty of James. Where do you think he should go? Who should pick? Who should take him?
Oh, there's rumours they want to trade him for Ben. I'm not sure where he best fits because he needs the ball, right? If you look at other teams,
Yep.
where can he go? You know.
I would like to see James Harden personally head to Miami.
Yep.
I think that might be a good. I think Jimmy Butler could potentially work with the James Harden, and Jimmy doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time as well. And that really gives Miami a shot at winning the title out in the East. I don't want Philly to be giving up Ben Simmons just yet, at least until they try and figure out with Doc Rivers if they can make this thing work with Ben, Joel, and Tobias Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if James goes to Brooklyn, that would mean most likely their depth goes as well. They're not going to trade Kyrie, obviously, but it probably means Karis LeVert and those Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, probably 2 or 3 first round picks go with them. That goes their depth, right? So I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do as well. Boston.
Do you think somewhere like the Jazz would have enough to trade for him?
Oof. Utah Jazz. Who? Like Rudy Gobert or something like that?
No, I wouldn't trade Rudy. So Rudy and Donovan would be off the table. But then, what else do they have out of that?
I mean, they're the clear pieces that they've got. Trade that elite pieces that Houston would be looking back for. So I can't see Utah having.
Yeah, it just depends if Houston is looking to win now or they've given up. Because to me, when they traded away pretty much everyone, and except for Harden, they traded for John Wall.
Yep.
He's also a ball dominant guard. It feels like they're trying to rebuild their game. So I don't know.
So yeah, I'm expecting he goes down in the East, but you're right. It could be a potential like a Denver. There's some rumors that Michael Porter Jr. for James Harden out in Denver.
Yep.
Teaming up with Jamal Murray and the Joker, that would be just a great combination.
Yeah, they're a team that's struggling at the moment. Yeah, that'd be a good spot for them as well.
Yeah, and Michael Porter Jr. is looking like a future star as well. So the other one, everyone's always throwing up CJ McCollum's name in trade scenarios. I don't think Dame would want to go with that.
They just had an awesome battle.
Yeah, I heard. Actually, yeah, they played against each other, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, there's plenty of scenarios, and I doubt there's a possibility that he stays this whole season because he's got 2 seasons left on his max deal. I can't see. I still don't see Houston holding on to him because he's going to cause a lot of chaos. I think in that room.
Yeah,
it's starting to cause a lot of chaos already.
Well, speaking of that drama, what did you think about his penchant for, the strippers and the media playing on that?
Oh yeah, man. No, that's all legit. He's like big time on the strippers. That's what he does. And they used to say that hey, if Houston had 2 or 3 days off, he'd go out and party. He'd hit the strippers. But the thing is, he'd come back and drop 50. So no one really cared.
Yeah, no one cares if you're performing. Why not? If that's your hobby, Ben Simmons is late night gaming. Harden's late night shopping.
if you're dropping 100K at the strippers, phew, fair enough. I hope there isn't some kind of news item in 5 years down the track saying James Harden earns 400 million in his NBA career. He's broke. You know what I mean? I hope I don't
Yeah.
see that because hold on to that money, man. Hold on to that money, James.
The next Delonte West.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Or Antoine Walker, more like, because he lost his money through gambling. Delonte's had
Yeah.
psychological issues. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So Lakers. What do you think about the new additions? Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol. A couple of games in. Marc Gasol hasn't played a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to work on the rotation. The guys,
Yep.
I think they will be there, and they'll work it out.
Yep.
Like they're going to have to play differently without Rondo there. Schroeder's a good piece to pick up because he scores quite a bit as well.
Mm.
They've sort of made Schroeder the main point guard, but I would like to see them use Caruso a bit more, and Kuzma. He's got to do something, or he's going to get traded, I reckon.
Well, he actually signed a nice deal with Lakers just the other week, so he's locked in for a little while. They've got one of the Morris twins back.
Yep.
Caruso, Caldwell Pope signed up as well, so I think it's a very strong team again.
Yeah, they've even got Wes Matthews there, so
Exactly.
I mean it's pretty good team, quite deep overall.
Yep.
Yeah, so look, they could even repeat, especially with the signing of Marc Gasol. If he, last when he was in Toronto, he did really well. I'll give you that. But last year he was a bit quiet. When he was in, what was it, the Bucks, right?
Yep.
And
That's right. But he's a good defensive
yeah, so
player.
this year he's got to live up, and step up, show what he's got. Because the guy can still play, and like he's just got to play more of that Euro style. People still can't guard that anyway.
Yeah, so I think in terms of the West, I see Lakers coming out still, and I do think Clippers will still do have the best shot at pulling them at this stage.
What did you think of that game against the Clips?
The first one,
Yeah.
I think Lakers are still warming up, man.
Yeah.
I think Lakers are warming up. They got off to a very slow start, then they caught up, and then Clippers won in the end. But yeah, they weren't playing. They were probably playing at about 75%. The Lakers 75, 80%.
Yeah, I still didn't see an answer for AD from the Clips.
Yep.
So if AD were the spark up, they got no answer from him.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. And Denver's, you're right, they're struggling a little bit. Obviously, they played in the conference finals. I'm not sure if they'll back it up. We have to wait and see because Jamal Murray played lights out to get them there. So yeah, and James Harden obviously blown up with Westbrook. I can't see too many other teams, to be honest, that are going to challenge them coming out of the West. Portland, yeah, good, better, enough. That's really it, right? Are we missing anyone? Utah, no.
No. The Warriors, no, definitely. They might hit bottom again.
Oh man, let's speak about the Warriors real quick. Oh, they're struggling bad, man. Steph must have started to think, well, this is what it was like. It was like for LeBron and Giannis all these years, right? With average teammates, non-all-star teammates. I mean, he's not built for this shit, man. Like Steph can't carry a team without good players. You know what I mean? He needs good players around him.
Not alone. I think if he still had at least one other guy,
Yep. Well, yeah, Draymond's out,
Yeah.
so he needs Draymond back. No doubt about it. But he's struggling right now. But they were up for a long, long time. It just goes to show, man, you're never going to be up there forever. So,
it's quite funny because they got Wiggins,
exactly. I was just about to say,
Yeah.
but they've got Wiggins, and former number one pick just doesn't have it mentally up there. Not a fighter, not that fighter, or the
Yeah, no, like he scored less than the rookie. It's like, what the hell?
Mm.
You know?
Just doesn't have it in him to develop his game, and now he's probably too late to develop his game,
Yeah.
potentially. But yeah, the rookie's looking good. James Wiseman. Is it safe to say he's most likely going to be the rookie of the year because Lamelo is coming off the bench at the
Yep.
moment? But sorry, Edwards had a cracking first game by all reports,
Mm-hmm.
dazzling. He's a little bit smaller than I thought, but man, someone compared him to Dwayne Wade, and I saw a little bit of Dwayne Wade. He looks pretty good, Edwards from Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah. So the way he plays, I reckon, yeah, you're right with the D Wade comparison. And I think he just has that tenacity as well, to never give up type of play.
He seems like a pretty bit of a character as well. It's a bit of fun interview. We need more characters in the league, so
Mm-hmm.
happy to have him, basically.
Yeah. Do you know he's got the highest PER out of all the Warriors at the moment?
James Wiseman,
Yeah.
the center. All right. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He had some good stats: blocks, rebounds, shots of minimum shots. So
Yeah, and then second is Curry. Yeah, none of the other guys like Wiggins and that they're all like negative, right? Oh man, what a team!
yep, that's right. That's right. Do you have a winner in mind at this stage? Rookie of the year and potential sixth man of the year? Just the three key awards.
Rookie, I reckon at the moment looks like Wiseman. He's going to get a lot more court time and show his skills. Lamelo, if he gets more game time, maybe, but I don't think he's going to get that much court time.
Mm.
It really is about the rookies that get time
Yep,
to shine, to stand out, right?
no doubt.
Um,
Yep.
Sixth man, I reckon I'm going to pick a smoky. And I'm going to say it is probably going to be Ty Bull at the Sixers.
Oh, okay. Interesting pick. Very.
Yeah. And who's the other guy I was looking at? Or Jeff Green.
Jeff Green for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Whew. That's an interesting pick.
Yep. If they come out of the East, I reckon he'll get it.
All right. Cool. And of course MVP. Sorry, that's another key one.
Yep. MVP KD.
GKD. All right. Cool. I'm going to go with winner. I'm going to go with Lakers. I'll go rookie James Wiseman, just based on what I've seen so far. In terms of MVP,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'd love to see LeBron get another one, but I'm
Yep.
LeBron. I could be AD, man, in a crazy way, to be honest, but they kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking from what I've seen, KD. So that's my MVP. In terms of sixth man, I was gonna say Montrezl Harrell, man. He's still gonna be playing that role. I think he's still gonna get the minutes, and I think he's gonna still make the same kind of impact.
Yeah. Against his old side. Boom.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, those are my predictions. So let's
Yeah.
see how we go. Right.
Nice.
Cool. Well,
Do you reckon the whole virus shit is going to play a part in any of the, I guess, results?
well, I mean, just the other day, Houston couldn't get their season started because of the James Harden situation, right, and COVID situation. So
Mm-hmm.
if that happens over and over again, yeah, man, could happen. And America's looking pretty crazy right now. So I hope these guys are staying home, bubble wrapped and shit, staying in their hotels, not going to entertainment venues and strip joints,
Yeah.
etc., etc. Stay focused, guys. We need to get through this season. So I hope not.
Yeah, definitely. We need something to watch, guys. So
Absolutely.
keep on doing what you're doing.
That's
Speaking
right.
of, did you see a bit of the friendly fire with Kawhi?
Oh, yes. That's my tool of the week right there.
Yeah.
Serge Ibaka rearranging Kawhi's face, man. And Kawhi just going down like a malfunctioning robot. It's my tool of the week.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with you there. Jeez, what a way to just smack your own teammate.
That's right. No holds barred. That's why they got him there. That's why they got the Serge in there. Working hard. All right, guys. Well, it's great to be back. Great to have those games on. Great to turn the TV on and watch some basketball, man. And it's the talent has spread out across the league, which is fantastic to see. The East is really strong as well, and there's a lot of storylines there, right? Like KD, will he catch? Will he topple? Will he try to topple LeBron as the king? Or his time has gone by, and it's going to be the next crop coming through that will eventually take over, like Anthony Davis, Giannis, Luca, so on and so forth. That take over that next generation of the 35-year-old players that are around now, that they'll fade away, and there's other young talent comes through. And LeBron at the end of his, well, who knows? We've been saying at the end of his career, but he's still got a bit of time to go. He's signed a contract. Will he get his fifth ring? It's going to be very interesting to see who's going to stop him. So,
Yeah, get his fifth ring. He's going to challenge the GOAT conversation again. Yeah, he did say he's going to play until he can, have that first season with his son.
yep, excited to see, man. Excited to see where it all goes. No doubt about it.
Yeah,
All right, great to have you on board. And we hear our friends wanting to hear about the pod. It's great to hear, man. To be honest, like, thanks for the support. We do it for you guys, not just for ourselves. It's a bit of fun for us, but we have more people listen in, and tell your friends and grow. Let's grow this thing.
yeah, help us grow. We'll put out a little Patreon thing, and if you guys feel like helping us support and create better content, yeah, feel free to click it down in the links below.
No doubt. Peace out, guys.
Peace.